There are over 1 million home invasions every year in America. And believe it or not, that number is the lowest we've seen since it peaked at over 3 million in 1991. Unfortunately, we never hear about it unless the news covers it, and that usually is only if someone is shot or killed. Let's take the case of 76-year-old Frank Olton and his wife 77-year-old Maureen. Frank was found tied to a pole in the basement of their Queens, New York home with multiple stab wounds, and Maureen was found on the first floor severely burned. Neither survived. 42-year-old Jamel McGriff weaseled his way into their home under the guise of needing to charge his cell phone. The event took place on September 8th, and on October 14th, he pled not guilty to the double murder, kidnapping, arson, and burglary charges. In spite of there being doorbell cam footage of him at their residence and images of him on the sidewalk at the time of the attack. Oh, and let's not forget that he made multiple attempts to transfer money from their bank accounts. He knocked on a neighbor's door asking to charge his phone. When they turned him away, he went to the Oltons. Video shows him arriving around 10 a.m. and not leaving until 3:08 p.m. McGriff then went to Macy's and charged nearly $800 to Frank's credit card and provided the cashier his personal loyalty number. McGriff also dropped the Olton cell phones into a machine that gives cash for mobile devices at a Bronx check cashing store and used his own personal identification for the transaction. He pled not guilty, but there's an overwhelming amount of evidence against him. But then again, it's New York City. He's due back in court on November 12th and faces a life sentence if convicted. McGriff is said to have a lengthy violent criminal history going back 30 years and was on parole for the first-degree robbery at the time of the murders. Queens did not provide crime data to the FBI, but the New York City government page shows 157 home invasions for just that precinct alone for 2025, down from the 171 they had at this time last year. That's just one precinct out of 78 in the city of New York. Home invasions are a major problem in America that people don't think about. In this case, you had an elderly couple who thought they were helping out a man in need, who should have followed the stranger danger set of rules and never let him in the home. With a population over 343 million, your odds of becoming a victim at a low estimate of 1 million per year in a home invasion are around 1 in 343. And if you break it down to households, your home has a 1 in 132 chance of falling victim to a home invasion. To put that in perspective, you have a 1 in 150 chance of dying in a car accident and a 1 in 160 chance of being audited by the IRS. And on a lighter note, you have less chance of becoming a victim of a toilet, being injured by a toilet, which is 1 in 150 and is apparently quite common. Home invasions are not rare, but are still relatively uncommon. But be smart, lock your doors, and don't willingly let strangers into your home.